Hi guys, in this session I gonna create an Excel portfolio project which includes some basics to a more advanced level of formula. This is mainly a project where you can show how expert you are. Portfolio project is mainly the kind of reports you gonna start preparing which makes you a valuable asset yourself, and then you can create more and more portfolio projects that in this way you can be expert and will play with the Excel worksheets. In this session I am gonna import a data set from our website, then I gonna work on that. You can see step by step. Here I am going to write student dataset download because I gonna download student dataset from a website so that can I have a ready-made dataset with us to work on. Once I enter, I just click this one. We have here a Kaggle.com and there are many datasets available here. I am going to download from this icon so that now I have downloaded. Now going to the folder where I have downloaded this one, and then archive, and then a student. We have two data sets. Now I am going to open a CSV file. Now I have downloaded a CSV file. This is a student data set, but you can look here that data is around 395 records and looks like a very messy kinds of data. So the step I'm gonna take to data so that data can be looks like a list, a mixture of column arrows, and that will be segregated by every column having their particular data. So what can I do? I select this one. I'm going to use text to column, and then I have used here the separated by this one. Now finish this one. Now we have a real data set. This is what we expect for a data set. Now I'm going to uh, select a column with uh, like 7, and the row width and the row height would be 13. Now I'm going with few settings, and this time I'm gonna use Arial. Now auto fit everyone. Now we have a data set ready, and there are 33 columns in this data set, and we have 395 records. This is not a table, this is a list. So I want to have some calculations so that you gonna uh, understand and create your data portfolio project using this. The portfolio project is a kind of reporting you're gonna create in the future whenever uh, you become an expert. Then you can use all your expertise experience. In this session, I will gonna use few basics formulas and few more advanced formulas so that you can do the calculation what your requirement is. Now you can check we have the school's name, and this is a gender, male and female. This is the age given in years, and this is the address meaning area wise. rural area, urban area. And this is your family size. This is greater than 3, this is less than 3. And this is your population status, meaning are you adult or teenager. This is your male education, female education, male job, female job, regions, guardians, travel time, study time, failure, schools, did you schooling or not, meaning family supervision or not, and this is your paid, how much you paid for the schooling, and what are the activities you gone through in your school time. So these are the categories we have, and in last we have Z1, Z2, Z3, meaning these are the grade for the for each student in this data set. So what should I do here? Uh, First time I want to have a questions like, let's see the first column, we have the school name. So can number of students by school. This is my first question looking this data set. Here I gonna create schools and then number of students. So in this way I have school's name here and looking as a two schools. So I'm going to take unique from this schools column, then hit enter. We have two schools now, and then gonna calculate school wise the total students. So going to use count if and the range. My range is this one, and then my criteria is this, and now uh, going to be a relative reference with that, so include column fix. Now we have a number of students school wise. In GP we have 349, in MS we have 46 students, and its overall is 395. This is what my total record in this data set is 395. Now I have gone through the students and the school name, students with the school's name, how many are students in a particular school. Now I'm going to looking for the second questions. Here I have sex. So I'm going to have a sex wise how many students we are. So going to copy this one, and here I'm going to write sex wise. So just write a unique and then select this one. We have female and male. Here I'm going to use count if in B column, and then gonna use my criteria. Now this is not good because I have fixed here this one should I fix here. Now we have 395 record. The same way I gonna use this one. I have 395 record. Now I'm going to same way I have area wise number of students. So copy this one format here, write area wise and use unique and hit enter. You can see here your students are in two areas, urban areas and rural areas. Now you're gonna count if this column using this one. Now you have 395 record here also. This is your area wise count. Now I'm going to looking a data set. Here I'm going to have a male job and a female job. What should I do? I want here, I want here what are the male job by total number of students. So use unique, go to your male job column and then hit enter. You have male job of these five categories. In the same way, I gonna use for the female job from this data set and then hit enter. We have these six or five kind of female job. Now what I want what are the number categorically as per the male job. So here I want male job total and here I want female job total. So count if first I am going to use a male job, then here I am using my criteria is this and gonna fix column. Now you have a male job like this and we have 395 records. In the same way I gonna use for the female job. Just paste here and you have to change I to J column because female job is associated with your J column. Here you have a details like this. I'm going to use this time only formula, no pivoting in this session. I want to show you how formula gonna have all these value which I require. Now going to looking a next question. I'm looking how many did schooling and how many are not. So here the number of students looking how many did a schooling part. So just count if this and how many years, meaning 51 did schooling. You can go and check how many schools records you have. You have 51 here. You can see at the bottom the count equal 51. Now I want this kind of number. If they are in yes status, meaning you can show here we have this kind of column and we have yes no kind of records. So whatever a number for these five category if they are in a yes status. So I am writing here the same. These are the categories. We're gonna find the total number of students in these categories if they participated. That means I'm excluding a no part. I'm only including yes part. So you have to find the total count are participated in activities in nursery, higher and so on. So if you gonna use count ifs, then it will throw an error. So I'm not going to use count ifs. I'm going to use sum product. Sum product is also used for the counting purpose. So I'm going to use sum product. Here, this is my range. So selecting this one equal my criteria is this. And asterisk, I want in all these five columns, these all equal to yes. Now hit enter. Now you can see activities wise every category we have the number here. Now I have a grade. What I want average grade for grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3 for overall. For all the students in this dataset, what is overall average grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. So I'm going to have this one. Here I have used header as a grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. I want to have average overall grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3 for overall all students. Or you can say the, for the total data sets, including these two types of schools. What we have GP and MS two schools. So here you have to find out the average grade for G1, G2, G3. You gonna find directly using your average if it will not work. So this is the way you're gonna show your expertise. how expert you are with the Excel. And this will come to you once you watching more and more videos for having the clear concepts of whatever the functions or formula have in Excel and what logic you gonna apply to use those formula. So I'm going to use I'm using my logic here. If you have a logic, then no formula will work. You will create your own formula to have the same result. My this range, because this range has a G1, G2, G3. So, and now I'm going to select my criteria here. Now I have used this one. Now I am going to use average, then using a range for this, or you can use, let's see, this will giving 11. Now you can go through a two decimal point, a single decimal point. Now we have, this is the result. I can check this one if this looks fine or not. I'm going to have an average for G1 column in the data set. My G1 column is this, and bottom I'm going to use average of all these one. Now it's come 10.9. 10.9. In the same way, we're gonna use 10.7 and 10.4. If I gonna use only a single decimal point, then we have here 10.9 for G1, 10.7 for Z2 and 10.4 for Z3. We have 10.4, 10.6 and 10.7. 10.7 and 10.4. 10.4 and 10.7 might be, if I gonna use for alternate way to find the average, then I'm gonna sum of these divided by the count of total record we have till here. Now I have the same result 10.9, 10.6 this way, and AE. Okay, I'm gonna fix this one. Fix this one. If I gonna fix this one, then uh, everything gonna change P and then O P Q. O P Q. I have done something wrong. Uh, count if this to this equal O13. O13. Correct. and then A22 E F G, three columns. If I gonna fix, then it would give a wrong. I'm not gonna fix this one. So these are the way you might be have some, there is a point gapping, so not a big deal. There is a point gapping. It can be rectified once you go through the formula, but video gonna very lengthy. Uh, because I have gone through with the logic in the right way, so that we have the numbers as what we expect here, but slightly different of for the decimal point. So it's not uh, decimal point is not gonna correct a whole number. So it would be if you go with a single number and now you will go with a single number, then you have 11, 11, 10. Now we have 11, 11, 10. So this is the correct answer, but you gonna see with the decimal point there will be a slightly difference if different people doing different calculations. So in this way we have all the questions and answers based on the data set we have. So in this way you can use your expertise to have to create a report, this kind of report, a basis of the formula you have with yourself. So these are the kind of logic you're gonna apply when you're creating a report, either this time or in future. That makes you very helpful. Please subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so that I can be happy and prepare more videos of the same calculation side of project folio, so that you can understand the way I'm gonna calculate the same way you can follow up, ready for the next level. And now if you want what functions and formula in Excel are, then I would recommend you a channel wherein there are multiple videos over MS Excel has been published. So go and watch there if you want to have a refresher.